Hey everybody, it's Mara Allard of Wind, Water, and Wisdom. And this morning I woke up and I wanted to do a video on the state of the world. What can we do to help the state of the world? And I pulled a card which I swear I pulled the last time I asked the same question, which is cast the circle, raising vibrations. You see this beautiful circle, which circular energy goes round and round. And these three people in the circle. There's not one. Note, there's not one. There's multiple people in the circle. And then my day got away from me for a little while, and now I'm back to wanting to do this video. And in between pulling this card, two things happened today that show about raising the vibration. One was a Facebook post I read where somebody in the local community here shared how important it is that we listen to each other, that there was like a community town meeting and last evening, and there was a real division of people that lived here and people that had moved here, and that the people that actually lived here were actually, although voicing opinions, were voicing them with respect and thankfulness to the committee, whereas the people that just moved here were like not as nice and kind of rude and were not being inclusive, as if they had moved into a new area and they wanted it to be like their old area and wanted these people to change, and were not open to like embracing with the culture that they had moved into, which is about division, which is about what the problem with the country is, which is the problem with our crazy president, and like on Easter Sunday swearing and invoking the name of Allah, and then yesterday basically saying he was going to commit genocide by blowing up whole civilization. Division. His objective, his agenda, not what the world wants, just what he wants and his whatever tribe. And same thing happened at this town meeting. New people move in, like it's going to be our way. We're going to bring out our cultures, and not casting a circle, not listening to other people. When we are open, even at a town meeting, to listening, to giving people space to be who they are without condemning them and saying it's wrong, that's raising the vibration. Then I received a beautiful, beautiful voicemail, and this woman does watch my videos, so you'll know who you are if you are. I did a seminar when I lived in North Carolina for a women's shelter, and I had everybody write a letter to themselves for what they wanted to happen during the year. And it can be a real emotional thing for a lot of people to say, this is what I want, which again is, dreaming and expanding. And I shared this practice with this group, and this woman messaged me to tell me that that letter that woman wrote to herself saved her from going back to an abusive marriage. When I share my information, I've raised the vibration because I'm giving from my heart and trying to show people how they can choose themselves. Now, they may sound different, choosing yourself versus being inclusive. They are different. We must first choose ourselves, and then, once we've chosen ourselves, we radiate outward. This isn't about overgiving. This is about giving to yourself and then casting that net. When we have given to ourselves, when we feel full, when we feel whole, we don't feel the need to push our agenda. When we are whole, we can raise the vibration for others because we can allow it to hold other people. We are able to let other people be themselves without the need to change, without the need of diversity, without division. Sorry, I didn't mean diversity, I meant division. Without division. We need diversity. So, when this says, what does the world need? It needs us to feel whole so that we can then cast the circle. When you cast a circle, you're a witch and cast a circle, you're opening something. You're opening a circle to create something, to raise vibration. To raise vibration, we can't raise the vibration of the world until we go inward and we believe we count, we matter, we are solid in our own thinking and our own beliefs. And when we're solid in our own beliefs, then we don't care what other people believe in. So one of the most beautiful ways to raise vibration is to really feel empowered by your own sense of self, that you are whole, that you are complete, that you are divine, that you are sacred. And then when we believe deeply that we are special, that we are sacred, that we are whole, that we are worthy, then we can see that in others. And sometimes it's not that clear. And that's okay. That's the point. It isn't always going to be clear. But we can trust that everybody is here for their own reason and their own purpose, and we aren't there to change it. We aren't there to make it our agenda. So, start small. Start with you. Start with taking care of yourself and your energy and your wholeness, and then let it ripple out. Share what you know. Give freely when it feels right. And these are small things. How do you give freely? You're not in a rush. You're standing in line at the supermarket. One woman's got 2 toddlers. You let her go in front of you. You raise the vibration. Because you give. Because you have enough to give. You see somebody struggling, senior citizen, you offer them your arm. You give. You share what you know without needing something in return. Give without wanting something in return. That's how we cast the circle. That's how we raise the vibration. Nothing in return. Freely giving when you are able to, when you are full. Have a great day.